Hi, guys. It's a little too cheesy. It's a little too cheesy. Welcome to your daily tarot card reading from Born Without Boundaries Tarot. This is a tarot card reading for anyone who is drawn to listen to it. That's how the energy works. You're pulled here because there's something in this message that you need to hear. And you're welcome to live chat as you go. I hope you do. I love the chats. I love the chat space. I love the conversations you guys have with each other. And hopefully you're getting inspired by the reading too. If you're looking for zodiac sign specific messages, then check out my main stage, Born Without Boundaries Tarot, here on YouTube, where you get 12 zodiac sign specific messages every single week, even when I'm on vacation. I know it's a little rough, but that's what happens. What's up, guys? Hello, Paige. Hi, Charity. Hi, Michelle. Hello, guys. Thank you for joining. Thank you for joining the chat. I'm going to start out with the astrology because I love astrology. I think it's intriguing. And then we're going to get into the cards. So today's Tuesday. You can tell where my mind is because the color of the day is maroon, but I read macaroon. It's maroon. Hibiscus flowers incite love and lust. Ooh. They are auspicious in wedding crowns. Oh, it's so cute. Hibiscus flowers. Okay, hold on. Hold up. We're going to get down to this. Hibiscus. Hold it. Hibiscus flowers incite love and lust. They are auspicious in wedding crowns. And for those of you who, like me, didn't know what hibiscus looks like, it's these little beauties right there. Oh, they're so beautiful. They're very delicate, but they're also very sexual with that big, long stamen extending from the flower. Anyway, that's what it looks like, guys. Let's check out the charts. I'm reading, by the way, from Llewellyn's Witch's Datebook. No, this is not a paid promotion. This is just me recommending that you buy this. They do a yearly date book, just calendar, like date as in calendar date book. They do a yearly one. And yeah, it's great. It's a wonderful resource, especially for somebody like me who is studying astrology and wanting to get better. This is basic. You know, this is. I mean, it's not going to go into complicated things, but it's going to give you the astrology for the week. And then you can apply the astrology to the astronomy for the week, and then apply the astrology to it. What do we got going on? Hey, David. Good evening from Ireland. Hello to you. Thank you, David, for joining all the way from Ireland. And I'm glad you caught us. Hey, sunny days. Yes, I'm happy that you caught me too. Got a lot of work to do today, actually. And tomorrow is, of course, that beautiful full moon. The moon enters Capricorn. Where are we today? The moon is in Capricorn as we speak. Just arrived. Uranus is sextile to the sun conjunct Mercury, or Mercury conjunct the sun. And then we have something a little bit more interesting astrologically is this square between Saturn and Uranus. And that's been happening for the last year or so, that every once in a while these two will challenge each other in the sky. And you could kind of say it's innovation versus the rules, like what we've accepted to. It's innovation versus reality. So this is really, I think, when real invention happens, because there's a clog in reality. Reality needs to grow. It needs to be expanded, but there's tension, like, no, you can't do this, or you shouldn't do this, or there's pushback against innovation when innovation really wants to happen. So these tend to be very tense times when we start to see sort of clashes happen. And in certain situations, this is when we will end up falling back because we're afraid to move forward, except, of course, that this is this beautiful sextile that's happening already between Uranus and that Sun, Mercury Sun conjunction. I love that energy because it's getting things done energy. Sextiles are the energy of application, the application of energy, getting things done. It's workable, it's doable, it's progress. That's what sextiles are. Really, really energetic relationship in the air. And when you energize, so Uranus and Mercury are sort of expressions of each other. Mercury is the lower expression or the more earthly expression of Uranus, which is the more conceptual, woohoo, out there. So it's legitimately bringing these fantastic out there concepts into reality, and having clarity on them, kind of bringing them into the light of day, proving them, exposing them, believing in them. It's sort of just like the light is dawning. It's like the aha. It's like the proverbial light bulb going off in your head, as inspired by this tension with Saturn, which is like, no, this is Saturn. Saturn is our three-dimensional world. Saturn is the three dimensions. Saturn is the length, width, and height. That's what it is. It's like, this is how we measure. This is what is measurable, and what it and what we cannot measure. I will challenge it. I don't want you to think outside of this box. But Uranus says, oh, we thinking outside this damn box. Oh, we definitely gonna be thinking outside this. But the thing about the difference between Uranus and Neptune, which is very important because they're both very conceptualizing energies. They're both broadening and expanding our reality kind of energies, is Uranus uses measuring tools like mathematics, technology, engineering, science. It uses practical patterns and practical systems in order to prove or create, but actually to prove these out of the box concepts. So it's that great go between, whereas Neptune is just pure. It doesn't care to prove itself. It doesn't want to prove itself. It doesn't need to prove itself. It's real in its own reality. And that's why this full moon is going to be so powerful, because Neptune chimes in. Neptune chimes in. It's already chiming in. It's part of the beautiful grand water trine between the South Node in Scorpio and this Sun Mercury conjunction in Cancer. So we've got a lot to do with memory. It's almost like remember who you are, Simba. Remember who you are. Like who you are, who you were brought to this earth, this terrestrial plane as, instead of who you were designed to be. Re-memory. A re-memory, remembering who you were, who you used to be before that all the other shit taught you what you were supposed to be. I just love this energy. I've said it a lot. I've said it. I think this is the most powerful week of the year. This is definitely the most powerful full moon. I feel like Wednesday could be the most powerful day. We're a huge breakthrough, technological, conceptual. It's almost like we figured out how to use tangible tools to prove something that was non-reality, right? But it's only non-reality until the three dimensions can define it. And a lot of times that's what math does. It allows us to give height, width, and length by applying its concepts to things that were amorphous. And that's why it's such a powerful tool. It's sort of the language of the universe. It's the language of the universe that human beings can speak if they're good at it. So I just feel like there's a major breakthrough coming, and it's in terms of us personally, it's definitely going to be delivered personally, because Mercury conjunct the sun is very personal. It's very here. It's very everyday. So something genius, maybe your own personal genius, is going to be brought to light. It's going to be clear to you. Your purpose is going to be clear. I would think that even the things you've been on the fence about, you're going to be able to make a real clear decision about it. It's not even about stubbornness. It's about certainty. It's about being sure of what's important to you now. And this clarity is a gift from God. It's a gift from God. So I welcome that clarity. Let's see. Yeah, the color of the day is maroon, and that's it. Let's get into the cards. Let me kind of read. Okay, put that away. Okay. I'm still at my sister and sister-in-law's, so I'm just trying to kind of navigate my space. You know, when I'm at home, I know where everything is, but here, not so much. Hey, Sherry, missed your live yesterday. That's okay, sweetheart. You can go back anytime. Happy birthday to you, Sherry, and I will become a member. Oh, that's so wonderful. Thank you. That's a gift to me. I don't know if it's a gift to you, but that's a gift to me, Sherry. Thank you. But I just want to say happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, my fellow Cancerian. Hey, Shah. Good evening from South Africa. Thank you for joining me all the way in the evening in South Africa, but thank you for joining. That's so exciting. Paige, I hope all this energy helps me find my car. It's got stolen yesterday. I don't know if it's going to help you find your car, but it's gonna offer some sort of clarity to you. Absolutely. And the truth is about this energy is I would call the insurance company, because if the car has been legitimately stolen, you can't find it. You may get more out of not being able to find it than you would out of actually being able to locate it. So let's see how it works out for you. But don't count it as a curse yet. What? Don't count it as a curse yet. Just don't. Okay, let's get into the cards. Scorpio, Sun, Moon, and Capricorn rising. Very intense. You will feel the full moon. Absolutely. Because Pluto is in Capricorn. Oh, God bless you, Michelle. Michelle, God bless you. You are the best. Thank you, thank you, thank you so much. Oh, and I know somebody. Let me ask you this, Michelle. I'm just send me an email or something. I know that you work in accounting, right? Somebody I know is an extraordinarily experienced billing person. I don't know, billing and accounting, and I want to get them a better position. So if your company is hiring, or if you know anybody who's hiring, just send me an email and let me know, because I'd like to hook you up with them. I know that you're looking to get out though. So but since you're in that field, I thought I'd ask. Got to put it out there. Got to put it out there to the world. Happy Blade. Thank you so much, Michelle, for sending that chat. God bless you. So yeah, David, you are definitely going to feel this. This full moon is happening in Capricorn, and it's conjunct Pluto. The moon is conjunct Pluto while it's full. So this is a huge change, especially a release of pain for you. Go watch the Capricorn reading. I think Capricorn comes out tomorrow. It's really all about a release of pain, a release of self-inflicted pain based on never feeling good enough. It is going to be almost like birth. If you've never given birth, but it's going to be that painful, but it's also going to be ultimately that beautiful, because it's almost like you're giving birth to your authentic self. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you so much, Wilma. God bless. Hey, Tammy. Hey, Tammy. We have Two of Swords here. Now, Two of Swords lots of times is, I don't know, I need more information, which is what I just was talking to you guys about, right? It's like, we don't know. We haven't had the answers. We need more information. But it's almost like settling in and finding peace with that. Finding peace with the in-between. And you find peace when you acknowledge, okay, I wouldn't be thinking about this other thing if what I had was working for me. So there's just this sense of, I know there has to be something else out there. And that's when we become open and receptive to allow the universe to answer what else is out there. And we could be very surprised. But what I love about the Two of Swords is at least we know we don't know. Do you know what I'm saying? Not anymore. When I work in LA, do they live near coal? No, sweetheart, they don't. They would be looking for remote work. They live here in Austin. They would be looking for remote work. Just like you. I know. And nobody wants, I don't know. Very few people I know actually want to work in the office anymore because they got shit to do and it's a great work-life balance. But so that's what they would be looking for. They would be looking for, I just say remote. Yeah. Seven of Cups is here. So there's a lot of distraction. There could also be a confusion. Now, the Seven of Cups always interests me because I think when the Seven of Cups comes out, it's like, you're not confused. There's no such thing as confusion. Confusion is a symptom of, or the result of fighting yourself. Because the truth is, if you were really inspired by anything around you, you wouldn't be confused. You're confused because you're trying to convince yourself that you want something that's in front of you, when in reality, you know that nothing in front of you actually impresses you. So you've just got to keep yourself open, remain open, and let God kind of answer those questions for you. But don't argue with yourself. Don't, because that's how you really start to bring yourself down, is you start to argue with yourself and say, well, I like what's in front of me. I got to choose. You don't. You've got to know none of this works for me. So what else is out there, right? Ace of Wands, there's something brand new, all of a sudden a new idea. So something, to sum up this so far, something that wasn't clear suddenly becomes clear. Suddenly something clicks and the light goes on, which is what we were talking about. Suddenly something clicks and the light goes on. Okay. Then we have the Hanged Man here, which in this lineup seems to be saying you're all of a sudden you see something from a different perspective. All of a sudden, it's like something that was right in front of you totally looks completely different because you're seeing it from a different point of view. So it's like the old becomes the new. You've never really seen it this way before. And what is it? The Lovers is here. Could be relationship, could be a connection. Could just be what turns you on, what you're attracted to, what it is that you want out of life too. Three of Swords is our central energy, which is a little bit unfortunate, I gotta say, but there is a sorrow here. And that sorrow could be what is fueling our confusion or not knowing or not understanding. And that could just be because we have stuff to get off of our chest. We have pain to release. And until we release the pain, we're really not going to be able to see very clearly or make those choices that we need to make. Or interesting, something is stuck. Let me see. Three of Swords is our central energy. Ace of Swords is here. Bam. That's the aha. That's the light bulb going on. You have the Ace of Wands too. Suddenly you're inspired. And then Two of Pentacles is change. Maybe financial change. That's usually what it is. But it's like, that's what's going to clarify something for you. Financial. Something financial is going to make something very clear for you. Maybe the change in the income, the change in the finances, or how to address that change in finances, but it's something tangible that's all of a sudden going to bring that light on. Two of Pentacles. First of all, learning how to enjoy yourself in the in-between. But there's a shift that you're making. Perhaps you're making it with work. Six of Wands, there's victory and there's success and there's being recognized. So this shift is actually really beautiful. Okay. fucking love the Seven of Swords in reverse. Seven of Swords in reverse is really all about getting back what was stolen from you. Yeah, it's like the Seven of Cups in the beginning. It's like Seven of Swords is almost like you're getting rid of all of those distracting thoughts. What this is telling me here is, yes, breakthrough. Now there's certainty. There's certainty because Seven of Swords upright is about not knowing what's wrong, not seeing what has been draining you or stealing from you. And all of a sudden now there's clarity, and now I get what's been draining me. Now I get what's been stealing from me. This is a change. Some sort of financial change. What is that? Prince of Swords, there's some sort of message coming through or some sort of great idea coming through, taking action on an idea, but being very clear and very certain you're going to jump into it. The Hierophant is here. This is an industry, something about an industry, something about maybe a company or somebody wanting to make a commitment to you. Taurus energy, something, a financial breakthrough, a new beginning, a new start. Princess of Wands is here. And the Chariot, to move. To move. I don't know, is somebody applying for a new job? Or there's some new opportunity that you're willing to move for. I love that energy. Three of Swords is interesting because that's our central energy. It's almost like in some ways we're heartbroken. I think that's the place where we're starting from. There was some sort of disappointment. Without that disappointment, I don't think we would have been ready or prepared to take the opportunity that has come to us, or to be able to be bold enough to take the initiative to go after what we're going after. So it was essential, but I want to get, what is the Three of Swords, please? What is this Three of Swords? Can you please just confirm what this Three of Swords is? Confirm what this Three of Swords is, please. Clarify what this Three of Swords is. Princess of Pentacles and Queen of Wands is clarifying the Three of Swords. So ultimately, it's how you see yourself and the rebirth of the sense of your self-importance. But why would that be represented by the Three of Swords? Unless it was surviving the pain and struggling through the disappointment is what actually prepared you to be ready to not need any of that shit, and instead just sort of shine on your own by your own volition and plant those seeds for what you really believe in. It's like suddenly you realize what you really believe in because of this disappointment. So I guess what it's saying is it doesn't matter what that disappointment was. What matters is that you've come out on the other side of it, realizing what's most important, focused on what's most important. There's some little opportunity here to shine. We have two. Two is when we come up against partnership again. So it's not just about us. It's not just about us. It's somebody else. We had to reach out and connect to somebody else. They had to reach out and connect back. We got that a little bit yesterday. This is also things coming into alignment. We have a lot of twos here. I have two of Swords, Two of Pentacles. The Lovers, I think I counted as a 2, even though it's not. There's another essence. There's another energy here. It's not just us. This is connectivity and partnership. And then we have Capricorn energy. I want to actually read to you Capricorn energy and Apollo energy. So we're creating. It's this connection or tension between these two energies that's actually making us figure out what to do with our created with what we've been thinking. Hold on. Hold on. No. I think I left my book at home. Crap. I honestly feel like something that was concept is suddenly reality. And there is this essence of finally finding that person that will help you manifest or that will help you become. And I know that that sounds like an after school special, too good to be true, but it's not as mysterious as all that. It's that the truth is your energies were being pulled together anyway. Because you need to find each other, you have what each other needs. Once again, think of yesterday's reading. This could be business, this could be whatever it is. You may meet somebody at work. Five, 5 is the top energy. There's such a change here. It's almost like you find yourself in a position where you've been through so much shit. You just don't have the hangups or insecurities that you used to. And you're letting yourself be yourself out loud and share your talents. Maybe you would have been shy or bashful or, stage fright or gotten fearful and the fear would have overtaken you. The fear isn't overtaking you this time around. Instead, it's almost like there is no fear because you've confronted the fear in the past. You've confronted the restrictions. And that just gave you all the more insight into why it's so important to do you and be you fully and completely. So I guess what I'm saying is you're prepared now in a way that you weren't before. You were still grappling with something. Okay. Oh, yes. Yes. Sorry, guys. I've kind of lost insight. 2-hour drive each way. God bless, Paige. God bless you. Amen, Yesenia. Congratulations. Congratulations to you. And God bless. And I love that your life is beautiful and that you realize how beautiful your life is. Because that's the catch, isn't it? People could be living the best life ever, at least from the outwardly looking at them. But if you don't acknowledge how blessed you are, then forget about it. But you do, you know how special life is. And I have to tell you, it's because you were reborn. You were reborn. And that's why you realize how special and precious life is. David, that means that change is coming. There's a change. 555 is all about change. It's change. It's even like maybe you need to take the initiative and make the change. You need to be the change, or else universe will do it for you. But I want to read Capricorn. Artistry is what Apollo means. Hold on. Okay. Managing resources for material security is important. This takes a certain investment of time. We might be wise to look at your goals to determine whether they accurately reflect what will bring you happiness. That's interesting. Carefully weigh the cost of what you sacrifice day to day for a future that doesn't exist yet. True wealth isn't found in material treasure, but in moment to moment experiences. It arises from your personal well being and that of your family and friends. Observe the sacredness of now and establish priorities based on the life you may wish to cultivate more deeply with those you love. So it's basically saying, don't make decisions based on what you're scared of. And that's probably what that central energy is, of fear, the three of swords. Fear of being destroyed, fear of suffering, fear of sadness, fear of disappointment. There is just that sense of feeling of suffering. And that's what's the heart of your confusion. What's at the heart of your confusion is that you're trying to make these decisions based on what will happen, what could happen. You're stressing yourself out over something that actually doesn't exist yet. And like, it's God's message to say, listen, I can intervene at any time. You don't know what I have actually planned. So start living your life based on your happiness and what truly, truly makes your heart sing. And don't ever base it on anything else. Because if you base it on this sense of confinement and restriction and fear, then that's actually what you're going to be building and supporting. You don't want to do that. This almost like the spirit knows we're about to make a decision based on fear instead of love. And it's saying that's why you're confused. That's why you can't make a decision, because you already know what you want. You just think you can't want it because it's irresponsible, it's impractical. There's not certainty there, right? That's what the twos are about. There's not certainty. Well, fuck it, because there's plenty of time for certainty, and you can be certain about what feels right, what you know is balance, right? Something's throwing you off balance, and it's that fear of what is to come. And it's saying, stop making decisions. Carefully weigh the cost of what you sacrifice day to day for a future that doesn't even exist yet. You're willing to sacrifice something for something that hasn't even happened yet, a terrible thing that hasn't even happened yet. Don't make your decisions based on the now, the current, what is here and what is real and what is actually making your heart feel, wow, this is where I need to be. Okay, that's fantastic. And Apollo tells us the brilliance depicted by Apollo is also within you. Don't be misled. I love this. Okay. Don't be misled by pessimistic thinking or believing that you aren't talented. Your gifts may be hidden behind a veil of inactivity, simply waiting for an outlet of expression. Find your unique perspective and create something that makes a statement about you. Try writing music, writing, sculpture, or painting. Allow your imagination to take over, and you may discover something in everyday life that sets your talent free. Whatever fans' creative passion will open a doorway to transcendence. Find your muse and become divinely inspired. Guys, we are at the brink of rediscovering our purpose, or maybe discovering it for the first time, because for the first time we're able to be able to receive that inspiration from God. Interesting. This is a great reading. Queen of Wands can be a spiritual teacher, right? Because I had to disconnect from one who I felt wasn't. Queen of Wands can certainly be a person, David. Yes. Specifically, she's usually somebody who is involved or engaged in creativity, be a creative person, an artistic person, could even be an entrepreneur, right? She's definitely somebody who has a lot of, she's usually a she, though it could be feminine energy. As a person, this is somebody who really, really believes in everything that they do. So I could see how you might feel this person is egotistical. But it's also important to know that confidence, and it may not have been, I don't know what, maybe she is egotistical, right? And maybe you need to be a little bit more so. It's like allowing yourself to be so confident that you actually plant that seed. This is about growing creativity in regards to these cards. This is about creativity that is growing. Is something, planting the seeds for a brilliant idea or something creative that you're going to start working on. Like, this is when that aha breakthrough, you need to listen to it and you need to get to work on it and you need to not give up. Because if you've been asking for your life to change, this is God giving you the recipe for change. It's in this inspiration. It's in finding this formula. It's in creating the formula. You're going to get to work on it now. And this creative piece or this creative project is going to be what helps you transcend who you currently are and move to the next level. So trust this divine inspiration and trust this divine, like this divine aha moment, because, and don't let it go. Don't just let it wash away. And give yourself space and time to be able to fully engage in this. You don't want to like take up all your time with work or fulfilling somebody else's dreams and wishes. You want to make plenty of time to be able to focus on this dream, or kind of like that you have yourself, like it's just an idea. It's a oh my God, brainstorm moment, and you got to stick with it. It is going to take work. It's not going to happen like magic, but it's going to feel like everyday magic, like practical magic. It's going to feel magical because you are happy when you're working on this all the time, and you're not doing it for any reason other than it is your happy place. And because you have that in your life, you are building happiness out and building happiness around you, reinforcing I deserve to be happy. And that's when you're going to create a life that you really, really adore. But it's like, follow this inspiration. That's the overall like message, is follow this inspiration. I don't know what it is, but you got to take action on it because it's going to move you forward. You're ready. We got poised yesterday too. You're ready for it. You have all the skills, the resources, the talents. You may just not know what to do with it yet, but you are definitely ready now, where maybe in the past you have not been, but you're ready now. And the universe is ready around you. So it's not just you alone. We have, stand on your own. Stand in your own power and stand in your own integrity. And don't be afraid to be by yourself. You're not by yourself. You're in the presence of God whenever you're creating through inspiration. So this is a sense of, yes, you have the strength now to stand out, because standing out does mean standing alone. So you can't misinterpret you can't be in a position in your life where you misinterpret being alone for being lonely, right? I think this is also just standing out because you stand firmly in who you are, and your uniqueness is finally being realized because you're not afraid to allow yourself to be seen, which opens the door for connectivity. But this is really like self-certainty. This, hold on. Let's go to this. I just got a second job. It feels good. What do you see? Hey, Lynn, how are you? I would say go back, Lynn, and watch the rest of the reading to see what the reading is. Yeah, that's what I would say. We have increased support. Your positive focus and willingness to receive have opened the doorway to an abundance of help and opportunities. Help and opportunities. Help and opportunities. Increased support. But it's your positive focus and willingness to receive. These are two key elements that I want you to focus on. Positive focus, which means progressive, which means you're working, you're active. That's what positive means. You're contributing. And then willingness to receive is the negative. This is leaving that space open so that you're contributing outward. You're giving something, you're putting out energy and allowing energy to come back and to fill you up. You have opened the doorway. It's interesting how that happens, right? Because you have not given up and been constant after it, you have opened up the doorway for yourself. So be ready to receive it, saying, receive. You have opened a doorway to an abundance of help and opportunities. I would like to know, when is this already here? Is this already here? All right. How is this coming to us? Can you tell me that? We have middle path, which is awesome. Embrace both sides. The middle path is the road to a balanced and more peaceful life. You just have to realize that there aren't only two options. There's many options, and the option to create your own option is really where your magic lies, and your success. And then change. Life is a journey. It would be very unfulfilling if each step was exactly the same as the last, because life is always changing. It is forever fresh and new. Allow your life to unfold gracefully. Be grateful for what was, is, and forever will be. There's a change in the road for you. Embrace both sides. Yeah, like you never saw it this way before. You never realized this was even an option. And suddenly it is, because you're looking at things differently. And part of that could be because you got so desperate that you just were willing to try anything. And bam, there's a sudden realization. That's how it's going to happen. At least in the next 24 hours. I would love, love, love to see. I would love to see how your full moon works out for you. And I will be in touch with you guys. The full moon itself, I will be on tomorrow, of course. The full moon itself happens at 2:38 p.m. That's 12:38 p.m. where I am. No, that's 1:38 p.m. where I am, and 11:38 p.m. out on the West Coast, because this is East Coast time, and it's called the Blessing Moon. I'm telling you guys, July moon, connect with fire. In the Northern Hemisphere, it is the middle of the summer, and the sun is strong and powerful. While witches often focus on the moon, we shouldn't forget the fierce energy of the sun. This month is the perfect time to tap into that energy and use it to connect with the element of fire. While you could try that old Boy Scout trick of using a magnifying glass to start a fire, it's much easier to use matches and a candle or a bonfire if you have the space. Do this during the day at noon if possible. If you can't be outside, try a sunny spot inside. Light a yellow or red candle or a bonfire and say, "Gods of the sun, who create fire in the sky, let your light shine down on me and help me connect with the element of fire. Let its passion and energy infuse me. Let it warm my spirit and inspire creativity. Let it warm my days and light my nights. So mote it be." You can take a screenshot of that, guys, and that's a really good one. This is the Blessing Moon. It's almost like I want to be surprised. Unlike a lot of people who get into astrology, I didn't get into astrology to get all the answers, to have all the answers, because I like not knowing. I got into astrology because I like to understand. I like to understand what motivates people. And for me, astrology is just part of that study. But I kind of like don't want to know because I know something beautiful. It's almost like there's no way I can imagine it. So I just have to like, I know something beautiful is going to happen, but it's going to be just the most amazing surprise. So here we are. And I can't wait to see what Wednesday has in store for all of us. I love you guys. I'm going to get offline and do some other work. God bless you all. This is so beautiful. Thank you so much, Michelle. Yes, you're welcome, Tammy. Hey, Michelle, everyone. Yeah, I'm doing very well. Thank you, Miranda. Lynn, I'm warm all over. Ah, thanks, Lynn. And this is amazing. Felt and received. God bless you guys. Thank you so much for your presence on these live chats. You just changed the game, you know? So thank you so much, guys. And I will definitely see you on the full moon.